22nd at approximately 1:15 in the morning, a suspect fired upon police officers on Butler Street in the city of Pittston. This began an investigation by the Luzerne County detectives, who later identified this individual as David Folweiler. Upon learning the identity of the defendant, we also learned that he was on federal parole, which brought us the assistance of the United States Marshals Fugitive Task Force. We worked together to attempt to locate this fugitive. We obtained a criminal complaint arresting the defendant for, among other things, attempted murder. With the Fugitive Task Force, after days of searching, this morning at approximately 10:40, we were able to locate the defendant in East Stroudsburg, and he was staying at a hotel. Luzerne County detectives with the United States Marshals Task Force then took the door of the hotel room, took the defendant into custody. With the assistance of the Stroud Area Regional Police, we then took him before a magistrate where he waived jurisdiction, and we brought him before District Magistrate Alexandra Kokura-Kravitz. At the preliminary arraignment held this afternoon, the judge held the defendant without bail, and he's now being housed in the Luzerne County Correctional Facility. Obviously, the District Attorney's Office views this as a very serious offense. Firing upon police officers is among the most serious crimes that could be committed. While firing upon anyone is, of course, a very serious offense, firing upon uniformed police officers in a marked cruiser takes that offense to another level. I think it's important to note that this investigation would not be conducted, and the arrest could not have been made so quickly without the assistance of multiple people. Number one, Mayor Mike Lombardo and Chief of Police Neil Murphy, who gave us all the resources we needed, the use of their station and equipment, and the use of whatever officers we needed to get the job done so quickly. United States Marshal Martin Payne and Robert Lenahan, who assisted us in locating and apprehending the defendant. Of course, Stroud Area Regional Police, who assisted us throughout the early morning and into this afternoon in East Stroudsburg. And finally, Judge Alexandra Kokura-Kravitz, who came out to officiate the preliminary arraignment and found this to be a very serious offense, at least as serious as we thought, in holding the defendant without bail. The criminal complaint and affidavit has been unsealed this afternoon, so it is available for you all to review. I know the mayor would like to make some comments, and then I'll take any questions. We will together take questions afterwards. Thank you.
Thanks, Attorney. I'm going to be brief. I just want to take this opportunity to acknowledge the various departments that have worked with us on this matter, particularly the District Attorney's Office and also the Luzerne County Detective's Office and our police department. I mean, clearly this is a serious matter. As the attorney indicated, we're going to take it serious. We're going to continue to commit resources. Our city has made a huge investment in our police department. I always stand behind our police department, and I think that's an important message to put out there. We're very fortunate that in this incident, no one got injured because there were shots that were fired. So, we're going to continue to work forward. I do again want to applaud all the agencies and acknowledge their participation. It's the way forward. We really need to work together as a county, by county, as municipalities, and we're going to continue to do that. So I'd like to thank Sam and Stephanie for their assistance in this matter. Again, without their help, we would not have been able to bring it to this quicker resolve. Thank you.
You guys have any questions?
Sam, the investigation, the surveillance video was released last week after the incident. Can you describe what happened before that? I mean, the Pittston police officers came up on these two men. What sparked this defendant to allegedly fire shots at those two police officers?
Other than the fact that they were police officers, I have no idea. So the two men were simply walking down the road in the dark. It was a very poorly lit area. As I said, the police were in full uniform and in a marked cruiser. One was standing outside the cruiser as he noticed Mr. Folweiler approach. He lit him up with his flashlight, and Mr. Folweiler, for some reason, responded by almost slouching down and running into a darker area and opening fire on Officer Malvisi. Officer Malvisi returned fire, and Mr. Folweiler fled. Along the path where he fled, we recovered a cell phone, and we recovered the firearm we believe to have been used in the incident.
Did you obtain any additional surveillance footage from neighbors that helped with the investigation?
We did obtain additional information from neighbors. At this time, I can't really say what it is, but there were other items obtained in the area, and that was largely due to, I think, our press release and the canvassing by police officers that neighbors came forward and provided us information.
Can you say how close the police officers were to this defendant when he allegedly fired the shots?
Yes, so we observed the scene, and photographs, of course, were taken. I don't have an exact measurement on me, but I can say it's approximately maybe 10 to 15 yards.
So the police weren't called to that area prior to it, they were patrolling?
That's correct, they were on routine patrol. All right, thanks, everybody.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.